walk you through step by step on how you can earn a portion of the $130 million Sonic airdrop. So Sonic is formerly Phantom, and they have rebranded to Sonic Labs, and they are giving away $130 million in their new Sonic token, which is not out yet. And all you have to do, well, there's a couple things you need to do, but the main thing you need to do is just play these games, these arcade games on Sonic, arcade.soniclabs.com. It's free to play, so here's a step-by-step how to do it. You're going to connect your wallet here, which if you have a MetaMask wallet, which I told you how to download, and in fact, here's a link to the download right up here. If you haven't done that yet, just go and download your MetaMask wallet. You're going to add the testnet here, and something will pop up here in your wallet, and it will say add the testnet. And then you're going to get some tokens. So every week you need to verify your Twitter account, and then you need to follow Sonic Labs on Twitter. You have to verify you're a human. And then every single week, they're going to give you 420 of these tokens. And because each time you play a game, it costs 1 token, and you can play 20 times per day. So it'll cost 60 tokens a day and 420 tokens a week to play, assuming you play every day. This resets every 24 hours. And there you go. So we're going to play these games 20 times per day. Now, I've estimated this out that each point you get is worth, I already have this many points. I've already played a little bit today, but I've estimated that each point could be worth, I don't know, 50 cents to 75 cents, depending on what the Sonic opens up at, like what the value, the market cap of it opens up at. So you're talking, you could get a ton of money. I believe this is going to run for 6 months or more. So you'll be playing this a lot for the next 6 months. But in 6 months' time, if you have 10,000 points, and I think you can get about 100 a day, anywhere from 50 to 150 a day, depending on if you get lucky with these games. So let's start one of these games. So Plinko right here. I always set this at 11. You can actually do the play count. You can have more balls streaming down. My strategy is to set this. You have to sign that transaction. You have to set this at 11. Okay, the ball comes down. There, we got nothing. So my strategy here is I set it at 11 because you have a better chance. See, if it's at 12, you've got a lot of zeros in there, but the higher number is also higher. But, you know, I want to err on the side of actually getting more. If you do 10, there's only 1 zero. So 10, you have a pretty decent shot too. And I believe the ball can roll in between the numbers here, and you get half of this number. Like there's a 6 in there and a 27. You can't see it, but so I like to stick with 11 rows. And then I'll show you also multiple balls here. I don't know that multiple balls get you more. I feel like if you get a 0 with multiple balls, then you just don't get any. Yeah. So when the more balls you have, the more balls that need to not hit the 0, because if they hit the 0, I believe it all just goes. See, that was 4 balls, and I don't think I got any points for that. Let's try it again. I have 12.5 points for today. So there's a 0, and so yeah. See, I got a 1.5 and a 1, but 2 zeros, so I got all zeros. So I just keep it at 1 ball on 11, and then I just roll this 20 times a day. It doesn't take very long. Now, sometimes you're going to have trouble here because for whatever reason, this is clogged up, and you can see all the activity here. Like people are playing this nonstop because people want these free points. So every time the ball lands here and you get some points, I don't know. I mean, a quarter to 75 cents every time, every ball. If you get a 70, I mean, you know, and maybe this is all wrong and they won't give you the points how I'm thinking. I'm just thinking that every point you get is going to be a one of these airdrops, because they're giving away 200 million of their tokens. Oh, here we go. So 200 million tokens. So, and this is points for the 200 million airdrop on the arcade. So again, the number, they're giving away 200 million tokens, which is worth $130 million. That's what they're saying, which if you divide that out, I mean, that's about 65 cents per token. So, I don't know if they're going to actually, if this is going to be a one-to-one rate. If it is, then yeah, it's 65 cents a token, and you should do this every single day because it could be worth, 50 to $75 a day, depending on how lucky you get on these games. Okay, so you have nothing to lose. If anything, I don't think too many people are actually playing this stuff because people are kind of over airdrops, and it just kind of seems like it's just not going to amount to anything. So you're going to spend a lot of time doing it. And then the next game is mines. So I always set this on 10. This game, a note about these games is that sometimes there's so many people that are playing. I was saying this earlier, that it just takes forever for anything to happen here, and you get pretty frustrated. And I think that's kind of a sticky point. Like, the stickier, the harder this is to do, the fewer people that are going to do it, because it's just annoying sitting here waiting for this thing. Especially, I don't know if you can do this from an iPhone or from your phone. I'm not sure. I've never tried, but just sitting here waiting for this, and sometimes you have to refresh or go back out of it, and it just can take forever. And I feel like they did this on purpose so that you couldn't just breeze through here in 5 seconds and then try to do this with 10 different wallets or 20 wallets a day. I'm sure there will be people trying to do that. You just make 20 Twitter accounts and you authorize them all for each of your wallets here. You could do that. For me, I'm not going to do that because this takes so long to do some of these games, especially this one here. Arcade is currently undergoing an update which may result in slower than... Okay, so... it's already not, this takes forever. And so there will be some days that the arcade is closed and you can't get any points. You can go up and see the points dashboard here. Oh, here's my referral. If you want to use this, it's 2CJMLF. I'll actually put my link in the description here so that you can use it if you want. I'll get 10% of the points you earn. Like, I won't actually get your points. They'll give me an additional 10%. So if you can see here, let's see the leaderboard. I'm ranked 999th on the leaderboard with about 1,000, just over 1,000 points. Well, actually, let's just see how many I have. Here we go, 926 points. I actually think I have more points than that. This seems to be a little bit behind, but if you have 926 points, you're in the top 1,000. So, and I think it looks like there's 375,000 people playing, which I don't think there's that many. I think there's probably a bunch of people with multiple wallets, so don't get too discouraged there. Okay, back to this game. So this never actually opened up for us, but basically what happens is this opens up and you either get this or you get a bomb. If you get this, then you can claim points, and if you get the bomb, then you don't get anything. But you can actually open multiple of these up, and the more you get in a row, the more points you'll get. I only ever try to do one or two just because it takes forever to do this. And so when you set it at 10, I think you get 1.6 points every time. If you set it at 3, this means 3 bombs in the whole area. It means you're going to turn this over almost, every time. But you get... I don't know, you get 1.1, and then when you do a second one, you get 1.3. You don't get very much when it's at 1. So I wish I could show you exactly what I'm talking about, but it's really not worth it. I just do the 10, push it, and just be done with it. I just try to get about 20 to 25 points out of this page. And then we go to the third game, which is the wheel. And the wheel... So there's a 2x, a 3x, a 6x, and a 48x, and basically you spin the wheel. I'll do a 3x. I'm not going to sit here and play this whole game for you, but basically it spins and you either get 2 tokens, 3 tokens, 6 tokens, or 48 tokens. After I get down to about 9 to go, if the 48 hasn't hit yet, I just sit on the 48 for the rest of it. And occasionally I'll get it, but sometimes not. And it's probably best just to do 2s and 3s, honestly. I notice it hits 3s a lot. This is another game that also kind of takes forever. Like it just doesn't go, like they want it to be hard for you to get these points. Okay, so the Sonic, this is one way to get the Sonic airdrop. The other way is to buy the Sonic shards on Paint Swap. So Sonic, they released this campaign on this Galaxy campaign several months ago, and you were to complete these campaigns and they would give you these shards. There's 6 shards, and essentially when you have all 6 shards, you combine them for 1 Mega Sonic shard or something. And I don't know, it could be worth it to do this, to have the Mega Sonic shard whenever you can combine them. I think right now, well, the floor has gone up a lot on these. I think you can maybe get this for about $60. You can buy all 6 shards. You want number 6, you want to find number 5, number 2. You want to find them all here. And then you buy them, and then you just hold on to them. And I don't think there's more than about 40,000 people who are going to be able to get all these, because there's just not, based upon the completion rate from the Galaxy Quest, there's not more than about 40,000 people who have all these shards. And it looks like the price of these has gone up. It looks like it's 8.9. There was just a Twitter Spaces on this about an hour ago, and the floor price has gone up pretty dramatically. I expect it to keep going up, because if Sonic distributes a ton to everybody who has the shards, all the 6 shards, you might even not need to have the full 6 shards, but I feel like that's going to be the play, is to have all 6 shards and then combine them into 1 mega shard, and then those mega shards will be selling for money too. So I would buy these. I minted them myself, so I already have them myself. I won't be buying these, but I think this is a really good way if you do all the arcade quests every day, which is kind of tedious. It doesn't take that long, but I mean, these games are pretty boring, and a lot of times they don't work perfectly. And then if you buy the shards here, you just buy all 6 of them. Before I started this video, they were 72 FTM to buy all 6 of them, and that's about $50. That price might have doubled at this point, so it might be about $100. You could do this or not. I mean, this game is free, so play the game, collect the shards. There's a lot coming down the pipe for Sonic. They're really innovating, and it could be something. It could be something great. I mean, if not a lot of people are really playing this, and you get in on the, at the very beginning of this thing, then you could make some good money for free. And yeah, that's it. So next video, maybe I'll talk about some other airdrops that could have potential. And yeah, if you like this, hit the subscribe button. I think I have 1 subscriber, maybe 2. I don't know. So yeah, like the video if you like, and I'll talk to you later. Give me some ideas on what kind of content you want to see. Thanks, guys.